Okay, so part one, there's 2 tabs here. Little flathead screwdriver pops both of these off. There's 2 Phillips head screws under there. And then this thing will pull straight back out. The only other thing holding that in is there's a little tab right there. So pull it straight back towards the rear bumper and you should be good. Set some tape there, just anything else. Part 2 is going to be getting this panel off. So there's a 10mm bolt here, and then on the inside of the door, I should say the front of this panel, there's a screw that sits right back there. It's a Phillips head screw. So once you take both of those guys out, take the door maybe like just a quarter of the way, and then there's just tabs. So just kind of slide. So actually you can see on the 2005 model that you have to actually push this whole panel like it was on, and then you have to push it towards the front of the vehicle, and then they will unhook, and then you just slide it out. Okay, so I set the new motor up where the old motor is just to look to see where the cables are gonna go. Looks like the front cable goes somewhere up there, and then of course the rear cable goes somewhere way back there, so that'll be fun to figure out. Sorry, that'll be fun to figure out. Get there when I get there. Okay, here's what I've done so far. I just pulled up on this guy. The tab came off of right here. I pulled him up and off, set him to the side. I'm gonna take the 2 bolts off this guy so I can move him. There's a bolt back there that I'm gonna take off, a bolt right here, and a bolt right there. And I'm going to try and just take this whole guy off to get behind him to unbolt the front guy. Okay, so after unbolting those bolts, this whole guy's going to move, except I really need him to come out more. So I unplugged most of these plugs from this box, and I'm going to undo the grounds for it. And then this whole thing should move to the side, and I can get behind there to do my cool stuff. Okay, so it didn't move out as much as I wanted it to, but it did move out enough to get it out of the way enough. There's this big white tube guy. Comes out of the way. Set this over here. And then voila. That's exactly what I need. Access to that mug right there. I'll take out those bolts, put the new ones in, so I'm good to go there. Next stop, the front one. Oh hey look, what do you know? I follow it forward, and there it is in plain sight. So I think I have most of the panels pulled off, so all I have to do is pull out the control motor, pull out the motor, disconnect everything, and replace it with the new stuff. Okay, first thing I want to do is release the tension on this motor. I need to pull up on this tab and this tab. To do that, there's these guys. I need to squeeze those in. And since I only have one hand, I'm not going to do this on video, but I'm going to squeeze that in and push it up, and these tabs will both pop up. Those will release the tension on the cables. Once I get there, there's no going back. Maybe I'll pull out the control motor first. The control motor is just literally 2 screws and then 3 plugs on the bottom, and then the whole thing just comes off. So it's literally just some plugs on the bottom. So I got the 4 screws off of there, but I ended up having to take the speaker off because behind the speaker is the little prong guy that you have to push through to get the rest of the cable through back to the... So now I'm ready to take that guy off. So there's one bolt through here. Is it a screw or a bolt? It's a bolt. And then all I'd really have to do is just loosen these 2, and I'll set it up, push it out, and then work its way through here. So it looks like I'm going to have to take that bolt out because this guy won't fit through that hole to come around. So, seatbelt. So I take the bolt out. No, look. There's a sneaky little bolt right there. So now I got to take that one out too. Success! I wiggled these 2 bolts out, pushed it up, worked it all the way over into the big hole. Took your time, went slow. And took it out this way. Went very slowly to make sure I didn't pull on any of the cables that are still coming through. And then once that one came out, I set it to the side here. I took the new one, set it in the big deep pocket, wiggled my way through, went super slow, made sure the cables came through, and now it's just hooking the cables back up.